It's been over a month since a triaxle truck collided with a train in Somerset County, but the train engine is still in someone's yard. Bailey Wojcik spoke with the property owner and her son and tells us how they say they're looking on the bright side and when it will be removed. Bailey.
Sean, today is exactly 7 weeks to the day a triaxle truck crashed into a CSX train on Route 281. Since then, the Shockey family, who's had the engine in their yard since the crash, say they've had no complaints, even adding decorations around the engine, being visited by train enthusiasts and learning more about locomotives than they ever thought possible.
This was the scene on Culligan Road in Friedens in early March when a triaxle truck struck a train crossing the road. 7 weeks later, the scene is cleared, all except for the engine.
I was in the kitchen, and the kitchen faces the train tracks, and so I heard a loud noise, and I looked out the window and I said to my husband, John, the train's embedded into our yard, and there was fire shooting out of the top of it. So I called 911 right away.
That's Jody Shockey, who owns the property where the engine is still lying, and her son Dustin, who also lives in the area. They say they were both at the scene on the day of the crash, with Dustin, a member of the local volunteer fire department, lending a hand with the cleanup. Well, they say the crash was a shock to the neighborhood. After 7 weeks of resting in the Shockey's yard, it's become a bit of a local landmark.
Everybody slows down and looks at it, yes. And we've had a lot of people in our yard, and a lot of people asked to take pictures. We had 2 railroad enthusiasts from Reading that drove the whole way up here to take pictures and see what it was down in the yard. So that it's been quite interesting.
While they say some might be frustrated with housing a massive train engine in their yard, the Shockeys say they're looking on the brighter side. Jody says she even set up decorations around the train.
I would label it more as interesting than cumbersome, yeah. As nice as they treated everybody, and as well as it's all gone, I would not label it as a problem. I think that everything was fine. Accidents happen.
They say that through the entire process, CSX, the railroad company in charge of the train, has been a great help. Now, after over a month, the Shockeys will soon say goodbye to the engine on Sunday, May 4th.
There could have been a lot of bad that came from it. Yeah. There wasn't. As long as Sunday goes off without a hitch, we'll see how that goes.
Officials with PennDOT say that Route 281 will be closed while the train is removed this Sunday. If you live on Stoystown, Culligan, and Runway roads, First Energy representatives also say there will be a 7-hour power outage that day in order to safely remove the train engine. Reporting live, Bailey Wojcik, 6 News.